Alright, so welcome back to the Nashville Predators trade deadline, year 3 we're in? Yeah, we're in year 3. I don't know why I couldn't think of it for a second. So, we are going to make one minor move at the trade deadline. I already scouted it out, and I made sure this trade worked. I didn't make it, like, I backed out once I made the trade, but 6-1 right there, nice. So, this trade is going to be with the New Jersey Devils, and it's going to be for a fourth-line center. We don't really have a natural fourth-line center right now. We have, Adam Larson's doing really good. Oh, we only, he's more of a defensive player, I guess. We, I lost track of what I was thinking of. Oh, we don't really have a fourth-line center right now. We have 3 wingers, and Sissons is playing center. He probably shouldn't be, though. Now, I did consider Travis Zajac, however, his contract is horrendous. 5.75 for 5 years. He's going to be like Mike Richards. I don't know why he declined so quickly either. We can take a look real quick. Still decent shot. Not a great playmaker. He's a lot like worse defensively in this game than he is in real life, but he hasn't really had that many points. I can see why he might decline. Anyway, we're going to go after Chris Kelly. 4th line forward, 1 year left. And for some reason, this really doesn't affect our cap at all. It's only like $500K difference, which makes no sense because he's on like a $2 million contract. And the person we were giving up in this was Drew Shore. They are interested in Drew Shore. He has a little bit more trade value than Kelly does from the looks of it, so this will go through. We really don't need Drew Shore. He's pretty much capped out at this point, 26, two-way forward, 6'3", 205. Pretty good physically, okay defensive player, and he has decent offense, but he's not really going to be any more than a minor league player. So we want a player who can help out the run this season because Chris Kelly, you know, not a great offensive player at all, but excellent physical and defensive stats. And if his defensive awareness was like a point higher, he'd have 4.5 star defense, 90 faceoffs too, which we haven't had a player like that since Paul Gaustad. So we're going to make this trade for who's his face? Chris Kelly. We're going to scratch Beck. Now, Beck this season has had an okay season for a 4th liner. However, his defense is not very good. And it doesn't say how many hits he has here. I'd have to go into the actual stats, but we can check after. His hitting's probably not that great because he's just a 4th liner. So we're going to scratch Beck and see if there's anywhere else we have to edit. AHL lines. I did not think about that. We're just gonna best lines it up here. And just move Goudreau back up. I don't really like work on getting a better minor league system in the next couple years because we do have players like Goudreau who's not very good. 2.5 stars. Probably shouldn't even be playing, but that's more of a long-term project. So we have Chris Kelly now. So we are not going to make a move for the rest of the deadline, and we're going to sim the rest of the regular season after this and see what our playoff matchup is. It looks like this is the only trade that's been made so far this trade deadline. Slow day. I didn't want to go there. Are we really? This is going to be the only trade made all deadline day? Okay. Oh, there's one more hour, I think. Yeah. I don't think anything's going to be done, though. Alright, it was just, we were the only trade that was made all day. Quiet day. So we can sim the rest of the season now. We're pretty much in a lock for a playoff spot. I'll show real quick. This is, I really went the long way around. We're 3rd in the division, and we're better than any team in the Pacific. So, and we're up on Calgary by like that many points. So even if we fall to like St. Louis, it looks like St. Louis is actually not going to make the playoffs. We fall to like Calgary's point total or San Jose's, we're still going to make the playoffs probably. So I'm not going to chance it really. I'm not going to leave it at like, I'm not going to say that there's a chance we won't make it and go really slow and carefully about it. It's pretty clear at this point that we're going to make the playoffs. So there's that. We're pretty, even if we play like at a 500 pace for the rest of the way, we're still a good team. And we beat the best team in the league. The Boston Bruins are at least the best team in the East. I'd like Kucherov to get up to 35 goals this season. He's got about 20 games to do it. So It's a very attainable goal. I expect a little bit more out of him after his hot start, but he just has not been able to keep it up. It's an overtime loss right there. We still got a point out of it. All right, we got a back-to-back on the road against Eastern Conference teams. New Jersey was actually pretty good this season, surprisingly. It must be Corey Schneider carrying that. No, he's not doing that great. All right, we lost back-to-back in overtime, so at least we got points out of those games. We need to get back on the right track here. Oh, that was in regulation. That was not what I wanted to see. So not having a great run. Defense is not doing super great. Offense didn't show up in that game against New Jersey, but goaltending's been really weak this season. Varlamov has been way below standards. Chicago, all right, we beat Chicago. Good game against the division leader. Probably not gonna win the division crown. I don't see any chance of that happening, but you know, we're a good team this season, and getting back to, I want to make it past the first round of the playoffs. Mikhail Grabowski, 2 years left. No thanks. Getting to the second round of the playoffs, improving overall as a team was my main goal this season. And as we win again, 5-0 shutout for, that might not have been Varlamov. That might have been Kari Ramo, but Dallas, they're the bottom feeders of the division. Let's beat them handedly, hopefully. Yeah, no, we lost. Okay, not what I wanted to see. So we lost to the worst, but we beat the best team in the division. So it was a weird week, but hopefully we can beat Florida here. They're not having a great season offensively. Frederik Andersen is one of the Vezina front runners, but they have not gotten offense, it looks like. Yeah, they only scored 1 goal that game. LA, let's see what they're gonna do here. All right, we lost, but it was in overtime. So losing in overtime now a lot more than we were earlier on in the season. 3 of our losses since the trade deadline have been in overtime, out of I believe 4 total. So we've been playing 500 like I said we could do. I didn't say to do it, but we've been doing it. Arizona, come on, this is not a must win, but should be an easily. Wow, we lost by a big freaking margin that time. All right, need to get back on track right here. Let's get a big win over LA once we on a drafted goalie. I remember move up to drafted goalie. 3.5 stars. Could go back to the dub. Doesn't really look like there's a hole. This is not a goalie year, I guess. Nedved. Let's go here for. I think it's stuck. Oh no, there it is. Let's go here for a month. Try and get information about that guy. Alright. You got a couple weeks left in the season. Let's try and finish it off nicely. We lost again. Alright, this is not fun. Shea Weber's out for a few games too. Hopefully we can elevate our level of play with him out, but I highly doubt it. He's probably only going to miss 1 game. Maybe 2. We need to get back onto a hot stretch here. We lost quite a few in a row. Oh, you didn't even miss a game. Lost quite a few in a row, and you can't do that going into the playoffs because history points to teams on the slump going into the playoffs and not doing very well. But it's Chicago here, and I don't know how winnable of a game that honestly is. However, Winnipeg is we won anyway. Yuri Sekach, we'll claim him, yeah. And Fistrich, I believe, he's maxed out by this point. But Sekach will be nice for the minors. If nothing else, we're gonna put Freiberg on that other, or we're gonna put Sekach on that other wing. Hold on. We'll switch that back around. Spiller, Selimaki over here. All right. Put Sekach on that other wing. Keep Freiberg on the left wing. He's been there all year. All right, Winnipeg. Come on, we got to win this one. They are a divisional team, and actually doesn't look like they're really doing anything this season. All right, we won. So we got, I think, 4 games left in this season. Should try. Actually, it might be a little more. No, it's like 4. All right, 1-3 in a row here. We got like 3 games left. We'll see how everyone's production was this season. I hope Duchesne picked it up toward the end of the year. It doesn't look like it though. I hope Forsberg was also doing pretty good. Looks like we're gonna finish at a pretty good. We might have another week actually. No, I just did the math. Yeah, you can't finish 47 and 31. That's not possible. Corbin Knight. I believe we were the ones who traded him to him, weren't we? We're not going to claim him. He's going to sit in the minors, and I think he's already maxed out anyway, so. Thought we had him at one point, maybe not. No, because he's on Calgary. I don't know what trade we would have made with Calgary to get him. Alright, we won again. Oh, Kari Ramo's out for the playoffs. Fuck. That sucks. Alright, looks like Elberg's getting another shot. Although it's just for one. Realistically, it's not for very long, so. Alright, he's only going to be in the backup role anyway, so. That sucks. That's really not good. We're going to have to put in the backup goalie here. Yeah, Roberg. He's a butterfly goalie, that's cool. It actually took a lot less time than I thought it would. That sucks, though. Kari Ram. Well, he wasn't going to be our starter in the playoffs, probably, anyway. We got one more game. So, looks like we can finish this winning 48 games. That's math doesn't seem right. Hold on. 48 plus. Oh yeah, that's 82 games. I don't know why I thought it was an odd number. All right, so we finished 84, 29, and 48, 29 and 5. Good. I think that's good. Win total. We finished third in the division. However, we were one of the a lot of teams at 100 points this season. We weren't even one of the top 5 teams. We were number 6 with 101 points. This is really bad. Teams did bad, I guess. Yeah, Montreal and Buffalo had less than 70. St. Louis finished last with 78. That's hilarious. That's actually not that terrible of a total for a person who's last in the division. So we're 6th in the entire league, but we had 101 points. Season's over then. We finished 4th in goals for, which is awesome. However, we finished 11th in goals against. So it looks like offense was just up league wide. Who led the league? Yeah, 2.5 was the top goals against. So it looks like offense was just up league wide this season. 15th power play, not bad. We took the 7th fewest penalties in the entire league, 4th most out of playoff teams. Our penalty kill was 14th, not bad. So our special teams were decent. We had a good home record, decent away record. We finished 6-3-1 though. That was really like we finished. I actually think we won the last 6 games that we played. Oh, we won the last 5 games we played. No. Yeah, we won the last 6 games we played. We lost the 4 before. That's funny. So we finished on a 6-game winning streak. So let's look at the playoff matchups as it stands now in the West. So there won't be any teams crossing over. It'll be Anaheim versus San Jose, Edmonton versus LA, Chicago versus Winnipeg. We're going to be taking on the Minnesota Wild. And then in the Eastern Conference, no one crossed over again, so it'll be Columbus versus Washington, New Jersey versus Pitt, Boston versus Tampa Bay, Detroit, Toronto. Boston versus Tampa Bay, I give that to friggin' Boston anyway, even if they didn't have a 20-point spread, because Boston just always beats Tampa. Goals leader, Kessel. Assist was Gardner on Toronto. That's crazy. Never seen a defenseman do that good. And then points leader was Phil Kessel. Steven Stamkos was second with 10 points less. Varlamov finished with 40 wins, but that's not really indicative of him being good. It's just indicative of him playing a lot and our team being good overall. Because he didn't finish in the top 8 of either of those categories. So now we'll go and look at our team stats individuals and see where we're going to go from. We're probably going to just end the episode and go into the playoffs. Alright, so Tyler Johnson was our points leader with only 69 points. Wow, everyone had a bad year. Kucherov had 64 points. I think that's actually less than he had last year. Yeah, he had a few less assists, but he still scored 30 goals, so that's good. Duchesne only finished with 53. Definitely a very disappointing season. That's almost half his total of the year before. And that's not what we traded a top-line winger and an elite goalie to get. Very fucking disappointing from Matt Duchesne. He had the same amount of points as Craig Smith, who played the third line. And that's Craig Smith's career year, too. So Duchesne definitely needs to improve next season. He wasn't even a positive player. Craig Smith, 53 points. Cody Franzen with 52 is a good total for a defenseman. Philip Forsberg with 51 points in only 69 games. I think that's about on pace and normal. Yeah, that's about on pace with his rookie year. It's in between. It's got to be in between his rookie and sophomore year. Definitely still not where he should be for a 90 overall, but hopefully one of these years it'll all click. Shea Weber with 51, Colin Olsen with 25 goals, Seth Jones with 44. That's a career high for him by far. That's double his point output last year. 37 assists is crazy. So hopefully he's on the right track as well. I definitely think that playing him with Shea Weber at the beginning of the year helped out his confidence, and then when we split them up, he could kind of dictate his own line. He had the same, a few more points than Roman Josi, who scored 15 goals. Austin Watson finished with 41 points, so it looks like that third line just absolutely clicked. 53 points from Craig Smith and 41 from Austin Watson. Austin Watson should have a huge jump next season. Andrew Shaw with 37 points in 71 games. It's also a really good total. Back is only at 36, but he was only a +7. He was really there for his hits, though. We'll see in a minute how many hits everyone had. Sekech didn't play for us. Steve Downey with 16, Sissons with 13, Bork with 12 in 31 games. Volchenkov with 9, Gravel with 8 in his rookie year. Beck with 7, Chris Kelly in 5, but he didn't play that many games with us. And Bartley had none. So plus minus leaders were Austin Watson plus 24, Shea Weber plus 20, Andrew Shaw plus 19, Cody Franzen plus 19, Seth Jones plus 15, Tyler Johnson plus 13, Josi plus 12, Craig Smith plus 12, Back is plus 7. So it looks like that top line still isn't super great defensively. Kucherov plus 3. Wilson was only a plus 3. So power play goals leader was Duchesne and Wilson, and Craig Smith right after that. Shooting percentage, Andrew Shaw, Chris Kelly, Austin Watson, Craig Smith, Kucherov at a 13%. That's really good or 14 almost, so that's really good. And Tyler Johnson was up there with 12. Wilson was at 11. That's really good. Duchesne had a 9.34. That's still a good percentage. He was also our best face-off man this year, so I guess, you know what, he only has an 85 faceoffs. He did okay, I guess, on that in that respect. He was our best faceoff man, so he did do something nice this season for us. Bacas took far less than usual, but still was a great producer of faceoff wins at that point. Tyler Johnson won 45, so maybe we should no, we'll keep him as the center. Put up a lot of points. Hits leaders, Shea Weber, yeah, David Backus was second on the team in hits with 182. And Forsberg was up there with 166 as well, and then Gravel and Volchenkov are big hitters down there, obviously. And Craig Smith was the only one to finish with 100 hits or more other than that. And he had more takeaways than giveaways, which you can't really say about players like, obviously, Kevin Gravel, who has bad puck control. Most players finish with more takeaways than giveaways, though, besides some of the defensemen, which is what you want. Besides Colin Wilson, but might be random. There might just be some random stuff going on too. Oh, we didn't check goalies. And then I want to also check our AHL player stats, see how our prospects are doing. Although I don't think anyone majors in the minors yet. I don't think like Konechny or anyone's in there yet. So goalies. So Varlamov finished with a 2.62 goals against. That's not bad considering where he was at the beginning of the year. 40, 22, and 5. 9.12 save percentage, so he finished the season very well. 4 shutouts all year. He also had 2 assists. Kari Ramo was the backup. He had a 9.25 save percentage and then 2.19 goals against. So he had a really good season as well. Better season than Varlamov probably. But Varlamov got better throughout the year, so he had progressive improvement. Whereas Ramo was just solid throughout the year. So it's hard to tell. If they had you could do graphs and stuff. There's not analytical enough in any sports game to really tell. But Freiburg had 67 points. Gaudreau had 63. Spiller, Lemieux had 27 goals. Salamaki, Kevin Hayes he had 37 points, but it was in 48 games. Veneer, Matt Murphy, Edmondson, Chapman had 23. He's a plus 13. Hits wise. He's actually not even really up there. Edmondson was up there. He's a 3.5-star player. He might get better. But but I don't think he's good enough to play in the NHL anyway. Really good physical. Not super great fighting skill, though. In his defensive awareness, yeah, he's not really not really going to be an NHL player. So yeah, that's that as far as that goes. How did Hellberg do in the minors? Because he might still jump up from an 81 if he did okay. If not, then I'm probably going to look to trade or release him. Oh, it doesn't show. I don't have to go to his actual player card. Hold on. Just because he's not in the minors anymore. It just didn't list it. That's not what I wanted to do. So Hellberg, he had a 35-20 record, 243 goals against, 917 save. That's not that great. It's not a whole lot different than when he was in the AHL before. So we're not going to play him throughout the playoffs, I don't think, at all anyway. Well, we probably weren't going to before, but let's sim up a day and get ready to... Actually, the season's not even over. Alright, so we're taking on the Wild. Next episode, we'll do a playoff preview, and we'll do at least the first 2 rounds. So, thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.